Hello, hello. Oh, baby, thank you. And I beat
You know? Because I'm like, I'm fucking thinking, fuck it. Just be back on my bullshit. You know? At least I was fucking making money.
hit that shit, bitch.
You know?
Well, this is a completely inappropriate podcast, everybody. I am Anthony, along with the piece of shit I call my co-host.
Frank.
Hi, Frank. I'd ask you how you're doing, but I don't quite give a fuck today.
Okay.
Fucking prick.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing? So what are we going to talk about this episode? Your friend didn't show up. Our friend didn't show up. Very upset with that.
Well, he could still show up like in the middle of this, I'm hoping. And, you know, in the middle of it, that'd be great because Zoom is limiting us to 30 minutes. So, you know, if he pops up half an hour into this, then yeah. So,
If you say so. Anyway.
yeah. But yeah, you wanted to ask him about his.
Hold on. We can get to him later. We opened up right before we started recording. You're talking about how you're a degenerate gambler again.
Yes.
And so you pulled me away from my family time to record this because you want to watch a fucking game later.
Yeah, at 8.
You fucking prick. We could have recorded this at 5, 6, 7 o'clock.
That's why I said no later than 5. But then you said you had a commitment at that time. So
No, it was David. David, you're the one who said our missing guest today was supposed to be here about this time, right? He couldn't do later, right? Wasn't that? I thought it was him. So this whole time it was you.
What? No, David said one should work. His time should work. So okay, well we're waiting.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but you wanted to ask him about.
No, I want to talk about your gambling problem. So what is
It's
this
not a
fucking game
problem.
you're watching? It's a
It's not a
problem if
problem.
it pulls you away from your obligations.
No, because I scheduled it ahead of time. I told you the latest I can do is 5.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so I've got more questions. What's the game?
It's a soccer game.
You fucking Mexican. How much money do you have on it?
I went all in. Like I've been betting like $20 here and there, right? And I'm like, fuck it. So I went all in.
All in means all of your money. You gambled all of your money on.
No, all the money I have in that account.
Okay, which is how much?
Which is about 200 and something. Which, by the way, the fucking website robbed me of $50, and I just got them back this previous game. So yeah, there's soccer all fucking summer.
How does it rob you? How does it go
because
about robbing?
Okay, what happened was that this is the playoffs, right? So then the game that's going on today is the final. The final leg. Yeah. So then every stage is 2 legs. It's one game over there, one game over here, right? And then you add up the total score. So then I bet on the semifinal, the first game of this other team, I bet that they were going to win. But I bet it so last minute. Like I saw the refs walking into the field, and I'm like, oh, shit. So then I put fucking $30 to win $50. And I put $20 to win $30. So it's a total of $50. And so then they won. I'm like, great. So then I went back because I always go back and I checked. And it said pending. I'm like, oh, so it hasn't kicked in yet. But then Sunday comes along, and that's that team's second game, and they lose that game. And it tells me that I lost that bet. So then I called them up. I'm like, hey, so I bet very last minute on Thursday for this fucking game.
Yeah.
But your system is saying that I bet on Sunday. But I couldn't have bet on Sunday because you guys don't post the following the odds for the following game until 2-3 days later. They're like, well, what's the number? So I gave them the number, and they're like, sorry, sir, it says that it was on Sunday. I'm like, no, motherfucker. I even told him. I'm like, look, it was very last minute. I saw everyone walking into the field, and I'm like, shit, I got to put money on this. And they're like, well, shit. I'm like, okay, well, fuck. Then I guess I'll fucking count my losses. So, yeah. And then in this last game, who was it? I don't remember who played. But I went ahead and I put in fucking enough to win $50, and I won the $50. So now I'm where I should have been last week. So yeah, I'm at $200 because again, I'm not betting big numbers.
So you just lost that 50. So they just considered that bet like it was a late bet, and they processed it for the next week. And
Yeah.
that's fucking weird. And they didn't give you back. They didn't credit
No.
it back to you.
I even told them, I'm like, well, is it a glitch? Because you guys don't post the odds for the following game until 2 days later. So yeah, they're like,
Interesting.
no, sir. Fucking the confirmation number says it was this game, so it has to be that game. I'm like, well, can't argue with a computer. I've done that numerous fucking times. Broken every computer, almost every computer. So
Can't wait for you to break this one.
I've been close to that time you caught me. Fucking, what the fuck were we trying to solve? I think it was the microphone audio, where it clicked fucking share screen, and I'm telling you, I'm like, look, you see this that I'm highlighting? Fucking blah blah blah, and you're like, I literally can't see a thing, and I'm like, why? I'm telling it to show you what I'm fucking seeing.
Yeah,
was
the
gonna
Zoom
fucking break
because the Zoom screen share doesn't let you share the settings of your Zoom, which is
Yeah, I was gonna fucking break the fucking computer, but I'm like, no, fucking, we need this.
You're a foolish fool.
Yeah, but
And
that's my
so-
thing, though. You know,
so-
fucking, if it doesn't work, beat it till it works.
Sorry, yeah, that's the trouble you get in with your girlfriends. So, what are you going to do as far as? Are you getting back into poker and shit? Or are you just
I'm
placing bets?
considering it. I'm really considering it. I'm like, you know, fucking, if I have an extra fucking $2,000 a week, because I got my screening for PTSD, and those results are looking pretty fucking positive.
Oh, well, in that case, you owe me like $50 for a Podbean subscription. Because you haven't bought me tacos in months.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, and I'm like, well, because I was like, yeah, it should even out with if we pay extra for having guests longer on Zoom, but we never finished that conversation.
No, there's no reason to do that. We can always just stop the recording and everyone jump off and jump back in if we need more time.
Yeah.
But I don't mind. I also don't mind the guest interviews being a little shorter than the regular conversations with me and you.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just not that interesting. It's like pulling teeth, keeping the conversation going.
Well,
Like
yeah,
with you.
the other thing that I don't research these guests, because like the last handful of guests, there hasn't been anything to research them on. Like Tim, I tried so hard to researching him the first time. I couldn't find shit other than what Kim had shared.
They're 24-year-old kids. What do you think is going to be out there for as far as info on them?
No, because I'd been following Kim for about 3 years. So
yeah, because you're a fucking creep.
Yes, because I'm a creep. So everything I brought.
We know why you follow girls. It's not for friendship.
No, it wasn't for friendship. It was because of her thing with Alex Jones, and I'm like, yes, she fucking deserves our support.
Wait, what was her thing with Alex Jones?
Yeah, that she was working at this coffee shop. Now I'm hearing her fucking saying, no, that's not how it happened. But, yeah, and somebody said that Alex Jones should be shot in the street or some shit. And so then Kim said, hey, that's fucked up. You know, we shouldn't be doing that. So because of that, she ended up getting fired. And and then she was telling us.
I didn't know that story. That's funny.
No, well, she was explaining it to us because I suck at explaining things, apparently.
Yeah.
But she was explaining it to us, and she was saying how at the time of her being on the podcast, how things were being resolved with her in that place of business. So it had a happy ending.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
So, poker. So what did you said you played Hold'em?
Blackjack. I was like, Hold'em. No, Texas Hold'em. No, but there's this guy.
I always wanted to learn how to play Hold'em. Like I've messed with it a couple times, like when I was much younger, but never really learned how to. Now poker is great, but poker is pretty much just paying attention to the odds of the hit on six.
Well, Texas Hold'em has replaced traditional poker. By the way, David's on his way. He can talk. We can talk fucking cards with him.
Nah, we're done with David. We're just gonna leave him in the waiting room the whole time. Oh, sorry, David. Didn't see you there.
So, yeah, Texas Hold'em has replaced traditional poker. The game that you see them play in Casino Royale, that's actually Texas Hold'em. And there's this unwritten rule that you don't play the river. And I'm like, how the fuck do you not play the river? Like, how the fuck, if you're not playing the river, how the fuck are you gonna know what hand you have? You know,
You're speaking gibberish. I don't know what the river is.
river. The river is the cards laid down in the
In
middle of the
between
table.
us? In the
Yeah.
middle? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So then those cards, because the dealer deals you two cards.
And you're playing those to match up with what's
Yeah,
in the
with
river.
what's on.
So, well,
Yeah.
so yeah, you have to play, but I mean, sometimes all you have is the pair in your hand, right? And nothing lines up on the table.
Yeah, I don't like playing pairs because you literally only have one fucking card. So then you'll be lucky to get a pair uh on the cards in the middle of the table. But
I'd love to say this is fascinating, but it really isn't.
no,
I
it's
hate
not
it.
because
Learning
I
the
watch
rules suck. It's like Monopoly or any other fucking like board game. Like learning the rules fucking sucks. I'd rather just okay, everybody put your pieces on the thing. I know we have to roll a die, so one person decide to roll a die, and then we'll read the rules as we go. You know, I like to learn while I'm doing it. I hate being explained the rules and like, okay, you ready? No, fucker, you lost me at hello.
Yeah, because I watch some of these professional players on YouTube just so see if my insight is pretty accurate, or if I agree with their tactics, whatever. But
You know,
I always end up on my fucking phone. Like I watch YouTube on my TV, right? And I click it, and they're like, "So this fucking thing is happening, and the odds are this, and blah blah blah." And I feel myself slowly reaching for my phone, and I turn my head slowly to the screen, and I'm like, "Yeah, fuck you guys. You suck at explaining it if my fucking attention span shorts out." Because it's true. You've said it before. Like, oh, fucking you dozing off. That means, I'm not very good at fucking
I'm sorry.
delivering it.
I'm sorry, man. I zoned out. What were you saying?
Yeah, exactly. That is my point exactly. So, yeah,
You're
there's
disabled now, huh?
sure. So there's this guy that's been poking at me to go play cards over
I
at
bet
his
there's been several men poking at you.
no, over at his what do you call him? Poker house, I guess. Or his club, right?
Yeah, that's what they call them.
But-
Poker houses.
Yeah, but that was like about 3 years ago, including the pandemic, and I haven't seen him promote anything yet. So I don't know, but there is this other club on the way to probation, and I'm like, oh, I should really get in that one. So I just might fucking get back into playing cards. Just see how much money I have left over, and I'll fucking play that money.
Well, I'm happy you're being responsible with your money.
Yeah.
So what'd you think? I sent you that article a while back. It was China's building 2 secret nuclear reactors.
Yeah, for some reason I was thinking Russia.
Yeah, no,
For
it
some
was
reason.
literally the first word in the headline is China, and you're like, "It's Russia! They already had Chernobyl."
No, because I was like, yeah, Chernobyl happened, so
Fucktard, dude.
But no, because what I was thinking was, China having all these other fucking nuclear reactors and shit, like they could be sharing power with Russia because they're allies, and that would lead to them building nukes, and they could use them against, well, not just us, but fucking anybody using nuclear weapons. Period is a fucking threat. Oh, David's calling me.
Well, that's why they're. Well, he can wait for 2 seconds while I get this out. So, the nuclear reactor is the reason that people are concerned about it is because the reactors, which are scheduled to power up in 2023 and 2026, are both the China fast reactor. Blah blah blah. What their concern is that it is going to produce more energy than they need. So, what are they going to do with the extra power?
Yeah.
Right?
Build nukes is the obvious
Yeah.
answer.
What else do you do with it?
Yeah.
It's cool. I didn't realize that there are different types of reactors. Like there's
No,
breeder reactors. There's
Yeah,
China
Japan had
fast
a
reactors.
fucking Japan had an
Oh, that is. All right.
aquatic one, but
All right. Well, let's let this fucker in. I just want to leave him waiting since he left us waiting for so goddamn long. We had
Yeah.
to leave him waiting there for a second at least. So.
yeah,
Hey,
you
guys.
like making people
Sorry about
suffer.
that.
Oh!
Yeah, turn your camera on.
I'm working on it.
I heard a
Oh.
voice.
There
Okay.
it is.
Hey, there's that fucking
So
guy.
pink.
What's up? I know. No, muy blanco.
No, you got some sun recently, didn't you?
A little bit.
Yeah, you're looking good, man. Looking good.
Thanks, guys. Sorry I'm late. I was helping a neighbor
No,
with
that's
his
fine.
RV.
So this has been another episode of the Completely Inappropriate Podcast, everybody. Much love. Take it easy. No, what's up, man? What happened to you?
Oh, nothing. Oh, just was sorry I'm late. I had my neighbor. He's like, yeah, Dave, can you help me with this little thing in my Airstream real quick? And I was like, yeah, no problem. I'll come down and take a look at it. I'm like,
There's never
got
a
some
little
stuff I
problem
can-
with Airstream.
yeah, well, or any project. I was like, I think I got something for that. And so it went from helping him install a little shelving unit to like, wait, I have some extra carpeting fabric for for shelving. I said, let me go take a look for that real quick. So I've been down there and we've been measuring and cutting and relief cuts for.
You're such a fucking man.
I was gonna say you're such a fucking dad having a fucking tool shed and shit.
You're fucking grown ass adults and shit. The fuck, man.
Weird. It's so
Yeah, adulting is weird. Frank doesn't understand. Frank forced me to do this. I was gonna call out today. I had some family event pop up, and Frank would not listen to my. He's like, well, I don't see why you gotta go. Just tell them you have a commitment. It's like, because they're expecting me to be there for this and such reason. Like, well, yeah, but they shouldn't expect you to do. You're missing the point, Frank. Family matters. They literally made a show about it.
It's true. It's true.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But then again, Frank, like the honey badger, he just don't give a fuck.
he doesn't. I was telling him he has a lack of empathy. He's sympathetic,
This is true.
but
Sympathetic, but not empathetic.
yeah. See, perfect. See, it's unanimous, Frank.
It's okay.
I keep telling him I swear he's on the spectrum, but he's.
Oh, I've known
adamant-
that for years.
Fuck you, Frank. Fuck you, Frank. Yes, vindicated.
No,
I've been telling him
man,
this for months, and he's
No,
adamant.
I'm schizotypal. There's like a slight difference.
I don't think so.
No, there is. I looked it up.
No,
I was
it's,
like,
it's true.
Well, no, I
Yeah,
know
but-
there's a difference. I just don't think that's. I'd put you further in the spectrum.
But then again, it
disorder.
is partially military induced, though, because of the amount of bullshit that we had to go through and the utter mind fucking from our piece of shit seniors who never deployed to a combat zone.
I don't know. His friend Rob knew him before the Marines, right? Oh no,
No.
you met him in the Marines too. Who
Yeah.
was it that we had on that? They
they knew
you
me before. It was Roger, the fucking guy you were in love with.
Roger.
Yeah.
Do you know Roger?
No.
I have a stuffed dinosaur named Roger.
You have a stuffed dinosaur named Roger?
Yeah, actually, I've had him my entire life. My mother kept him when I joined the military.
Prove it. Prove it.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me go find him.
All right. So this.
Oh, okay. Now there's dead air. Thanks.
No, this dinosaur search brought to you by the makers of Bugles. You ever wondered what ass tastes like on your fingers, but not want to go digging for nuggets in your crack?
I was gonna say pennies, but then you said
Try
fingers.
Bugles. Not a sponsor. That is fucking
This
adorable. It's so
someone
much
gave
big.
it to me.
Well, when you put it out there, it didn't look that big, but then when you sat down next to it and it was practically
Oh, dude,
your
he's
size,
huge. He's the size of my 4-year-old.
That's fucking amazing.
So I've had this ever since I was an infant.
Wait, hold on. What the fuck is wrong with its eyes?
Dude, this thing's over 34 years old. Okay, give him some break. All right.
Motherfucker, get a Sharpie or something. Paint in a pupil.
No, that's character, man. He has cataracts. All right, you gotta take care.
Those are definitely. That's exactly.
He used
what
to
it
have
looks like.
a yarn smile right here. and-
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of creepy. It looks like a soulless child doll that's like found in abandoned mental institutions.
It's a dinosaur of the corn.
It is.
Yeah, it looks like Barney took a shit and called it his son.
This is before Barney.
I'm giving you so much shit. I'm sorry. No, I
So
love that thing.
so the great thing is though
really
is that
before Barney? How is it
Oh,
before Barney?
years before, dude. I just turned 34 on the 18th.
Okay, I'm 32 and oh shit, Frank. It's our birthday next week. What the fuck are we doing?
I thought you wanted to do a
So-
live stream.
No, you wanted to. You're so. He forever wants to do video
Okay,
shit. I don't even want to do
I
video
thought
shit.
you agreed to a live stream.
I'm sure
Here.
I did, but we never hashed it out. Are you gonna come here? Are we
Yes.
gonna go do this live stream in the park somewhere in fucking middle of nowhere? What are we doing?
No,
Is
because I
David
was
gonna
telling
come
you
visit
we
us
should
for our
live
birthday?
stream from
Okay.
wherever
Wait,
we are.
by the
on
way,
a-
I'm going to be in Texas from the 9th to the 12th.
yes, that's
Why?
his big announcement.
I'm gonna be. It's a thing called Burbiz. It's a veteran networking convention that's put on every quarter by a bunch of different veteran-owned businesses, and to resources, local resources, nationwide resources, and like mentorships for entrepreneurial veterans who have small businesses, and all this other kind of stuff. So I go down with Combat Comb Over, who has such family-appropriate pomade names like Cocaine Hookers, I Married a Stripper, Disgruntled NCO,
Oh, I
Big
need
Dick
it.
Energy.
I need new pomade too.
Okay, yeah. Well, and
I'll have to
we'll
hit
get
'em
some
up.
sent to you.
What's
We
up?
also do beard oil as well. So
Oh man, I fucked up. So I was trimming my beard the other day.
I see.
Yeah, and I had taken the head off so that I could edge up my mustache
yep,
area,
yep.
and then I didn't look at what I grabbed. I picked the same, well, what I thought was the same guide, and put it back on so I could do a touch up under the chin.
But
And
was
it
it?
was like,
Was it?
yeah, it was like a much. What'd you say?
But was it?
But what? Oh yeah, no, it was definitely the wrong one.
You like
and,
that weird Civil War era, like I don't know what the hell they even call it. Was like the mutton chop thing.
mutton
where,
chop,
like,
yeah.
it's like no hair right here.
Oh yeah, I
But you
love
just-
that one. I think it goes well for some guys could pull that off.
Yeah, for Democrats in the South, they
Yeah,
love
if you
it.
have a mullet, basically you're taking the chin hairs and gluing
Yeah.
it right on the back there. It's a good
There you go.
look.
There you go.
Balances it out.
But yeah, so I'll be in San Antonio. So if you guys are nearby, give me a ring.
Right
We're like
on.
4 hours away.
That's what
Oh,
my.
well.
It's not that long ago. My sister's here from San Antonio. That was the family stuff that I was getting pulled away from.
Oh, okay.
Just to talk to you. Just
Aw,
to be.
thank you.
Just to fucking wait for you for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fucking Marines, man. I was asking Frank, what's wrong with you Marines after you guys get out? It's like, I'm never going to be on time again.
Yeah, because we were always too early. Now we're just getting back our time.
Yeah, exactly.
When they're like, all right, so
hurry up and wait.
we gotta step off at 1 p.m. So what time should the guys be here to be ready with all their gear? You got some jack wagon in the back. How about 3:30 in the morning? Yeah, that sounds good. They'll be here at 3:30 in the morning. That means they gotta wake up at 11 the previous day to get down.
Whose voice are you doing? It's terrible.
I have no idea. It's just some crusty jackass.
Yeah,
It's
no,
probably
it's-
First Sergeant Rodriguez, who's an absolute cunt.
Some
So-
grizzled.
Yeah, I
Actually, he
remember
wasn't
that guy.
grizzled. He was a
Grizzled
bit of.
Or just
He actually was a deployment dodging little bitch.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, first thing he said to me when my roommate had overdosed on drugs was, "Where's your shave, Marine?"
What?
What?
Oh yeah. My roommate Beulah. So I had broken my nose, and he had kidney stones. We were both given painkillers, and being was my I'm a super senior at this point. I'm on my 3rd batch of junior Marines. And so, not having a whole lot of responsibility, for lunchtime, I went to go take a nap, like all respecting Marines do.
Sure.
Well, at least us skating ones anyway.
Naturally.
And I wake up and my roommate is on the floor, like in rigor. Like,
Shit.
what the shit is going on? So I go down, start doing CPR, calling for a corpsman. It takes forever for anybody to realize that this isn't a joke.
Yeah.
Then people start flooding in, and then I get taken out of my room because I'm at the point of physical exhaustion. Hello, Kit Kat.
She makes a
Is that a
cameo almost every
Siamese?
time.
No, it's
No, it's American.
one of those cats.
Domestic short hair.
Sure.
Dude, it's a fucking straight. We've got thousands of cats in the valley. Like they.
Oh, if you actually a really good show on Netflix, if you want to learn about the domestic short hair, it's called "Lion in Your Living Room." A lot of amazing information there that I just never thought I'd ever hear. Anyway,
All right, so yeah, back to so.
So finally, we get his heart beating again.
Wait, hold on. You're saying what? Why were you physically exhausted at this point?
I had been doing CPR and screaming for a corpsman
Oh, the scream.
for
Yeah.
about 15, 20 minutes at that point.
Jesus, that long? I know you said it took a while, but you would
at least it
assume.
felt that long. It could have been 10 minutes. I don't know. It felt like a lifetime.
Could have been 3.
It could have.
Yeah.
Shut up, Frank. We're not talking to you.
I mean, he's right. That it could have been 3 minutes. I don't know. It seemed like a lifetime. But finally, guys start coming. Finally, I get relief. It took the ambulance over an hour to get to us because we were at San Mateo, which is one of the farthest camps on Camp Pendleton.
But how do you not have like an on-base ambulance? Like you?
We did. They came from Mainside, which is like an hour away.
It's like downtown base.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez, I had no idea they were that large.
Oh, dude, Camp Pendleton's a fucking city in itself, man.
Damn.
Anyway, so
Like the Vatican. Although that not a yeah, whatever. You just move on.
yeah, okay. I could go down that rabbit hole. We could have some fun on that one.
That's okay. Not today.
And so, because as you can tell, I have facial hair that just grows no matter what the hell's going on in my life. So I used to have to shave twice a day in the military.
Me too, but I only shaved once.
Yeah, you're a shitbag. From a fellow shitbag, you're a shitbag.
That's hilarious.
And you're the shitbag that gave shitbags like me a bad reputation.
Yes, I've heard that before.
But I love you, man. Fucking love you.
He's still leading the way strong.
It's good. So anyway, so then I get pulled out of the room. My platoon sergeant was debriefing me, asking me what's going on. I mean, as him and I are talking, my first sergeant comes by. He's like, "Hey, where the fuck's your shave, Marine?" And I launch myself at him. I'm like, "You motherfucker!" And my platoon sergeant grabs me. I'm gonna admit his name just because I didn't get his permission and then all that stuff. He grabs me and he's like, "You need to calm down." And First Sergeant Rodriguez is like, "Oh, you want to fucking come?" And he looks over at First Sergeant Rodriguez. "He'll fucking kill you. Walk away." And so, yeah. Then my room gets trashed because the guys are trying to take care of stuff. And then Rodriguez tries to bring me up on charges for dereliction of duty and all these other things. And luckily, the NCIS folks that came to investigate were like, "Yeah, no, he's not going to do anything to you. Don't you worry about that. This was strictly an overdose, and this is categorized as a suicide." And yeah, we were able to see all this and everything that you said was the truth. And if Rodriguez tries to do anything else to you, you let us know, and we'll have your back. Sure. So that was the nice thing about, and that was my only interaction ever with NCIS. Good group of folks that I got to deal with. Now that may not be everybody's experience, but yeah, it was an interesting event, to say the least.
Yeah, Rodriguez, that was the Air Wing First Sergeant, right?
Yeah, he came over to us after I think we'd just gotten back from.
Yeah, because First Sergeant Carlson had retired in Iraq.
Yeah. And then we got no, this was Okinawa. We just gotten back from Okinawa when this happened because I was getting ready to head over because I just broken my ankle. No, I broke my ankle shortly after this on the hike. That's right. Because Rodriguez came to us after we got back from Okinawa. We had somebody, I think Carlson. We had somebody intermit between Carlson and Rodriguez. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, well, that's the guy I'm thinking between First Sergeant Carlson and Rodriguez, because I was with you guys for a few more months after that, before I got sent to fucking other units, and one of them was a fucking Air Wing.
Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah. And so then, anyways, yeah, one of them was it was a brown Mexican looking dude. Yeah, he was a wingman.
Short. Yeah. Rodriguez had been deployment dodging for years.
Hmm.
How do you get away with that? How do you dodge deployment?
Be a shit.
I guess no instructional, right, for people to fucking follow, but
Well, I mean, basically what they'll do is they'll, if they know their unit's getting ready to deploy, they'll volunteer to stay behind, because you always need to have a rear detachment of your unit.
how do they give you the option to volunteer that? That seems
Well,
like
say you don't pass your PT test. Say that nobody in the unit likes you. Say that you are not good at your job.
Right. So people prefer that you stay behind anyway.
Yeah. Or you are a staff NCO and there's a X amount of allotted slots to be forward deployed, and then there's X amount of allotted slots to stay behind. And so you got a bunch of gung ho dudes who are like, yeah, fuck, put me on another pump. And then you got the little, guys like Rodriguez who are like, oh well, I'll just stay behind. Yeah, no worries.
That's fine.
And they get to do their entire, career, and then they go around acting like there's somebody who done some shit. So it's tragic.
Infuriating, man.
Well, and then it's always the shit bags that stay in, and the brown nosers and the overly freaking hoorah dudes who stay in the Marine Corps and keep the toxicity that causes so many people to get out of the military.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, don't put your fucking hands in your pocket. You can't wear a goddamn fucking piece of warming layer while you're out in the field. We're fucking harder than that. It's like, motherfucker, I'm gonna get hypothermia. All right, fuck you.
Yeah. That's how people get ahead everywhere, though. That's why everybody's got a dick boss at least once in their life, If not every time they have a new boss.
Right.
Because some people just take advantage of the system and make themselves sound good out loud, but their actions don't fucking follow up.
Well, yeah, you have bosses, and then you have a leader. A leader is someone who's going to be there with you, and while you're doing the work. A boss is someone who's going to just, what's the term?
Tell you what to do.
Yeah, but there's a disseminate, right? Nope. Maybe it's another D word. I don't know. Anyway, but they're the ones that will just dictate what everybody else does.
Yeah, okay. It was a D word.
It was a D word.
Yay.
But yeah. So.
All right. Well, let's. I feel like last couple times we're always into the military talk with you. I want to know: are you a gambling man by any chance?
Sometimes.
So Frank has decided to become a degenerate gambler once again.
Oh damn it, Frank!
Yeah. So
one addiction to another. I see.
It's not an addiction, damn it.
It is.
I actually do. Okay, this whole thing started because
he pulled me away from my family to do this podcast because he has to watch a soccer game later. Because him watching is going to make all the difference to the gambling itself. You don't actually have to watch it. If you win, you still get the money.
He has a point.
Yes, but this team hasn't won a fucking championship since literally the year the girl I'm trying to get with was born.
Fine. Now, when's the last time you watched one of their games?
Last week. Actually, middle of the
without putting money on it.
Last week.
Without putting money on it.
Oh, fucking a few months ago, like in fucking February, I guess.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to find a passage from the hymn vol here for you there, Toby.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm about to get spanked.
Busting
out. I'm going to use the words of Odin against you, bud.
Yeah, that.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're...
Where's that come from? Is that what a little Wisconsin flavor to you?
Sometimes sitting there, you just come up with things in your head, or you're just watching something and it just seems to, like good cooked spaghetti, you throw it to the wall and it just sticks,
I find my sister has a cattle hauler for a boyfriend, and he is as Texas as it comes. I don't understand how we were raised in the same place, but certain people here have these severe Texas accents, and I don't know where the hell they came from. But he's hung around so often now that I end up letting myself slip into it a little bit, and
Get a little bit of that twang in your voice.
get a little bit of that drawl in it.
Drawl.
And
Yeah.
he talks like it all the time. It's just his accent. But I feel so bad because he's just sitting there. Like, oh yeah, man, for sure. And I realize that I'm doing his accent back to him right in his face. And like, man, I don't mean to do that. It's just
So that's. Did you move around a lot as a kid?
not at all.
Not at all, really.
Not even a little. No, I went to
Because
San Antonio. And that
oh
was,
wow. Because
Austin.
there's a so if I travel, I'll pick up that regional diction. Like in
Yeah.
Australia, Tove, you remember like how I was sounding just like
Well,
an
you
Australian?
look like a fucking Australian. Didn't your wife just post a
yeah,
picture
she
of
did.
you?
Yeah.
Saying I came across this photo of this sexy Australian man. I was like, oh wait, that's my husband.
Yep. Yeah. She's like, "Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
If I
Myra.
posted that, I would be sleeping on the couch. Anyway.
No shit, right? Like, woo, I saw this extremely hot, like Spanish broad. I was like, oh, that's my wife. Yeah, and she sees that. She's like, what do you mean you saw some hot Spanish broad?
Well, I'm trying. So
Hey,
there's
man.
not really anything directly towards drinking that I'm fine.
You know,
gambling.
if you pick up your phone, you might be able to Google it faster than going through a fucking book in the middle of a podcast to explain.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
fine. We're
just
still-
fucking Google fucking
What
Odin's
is-
words on gambling. But
what
look,
is
this whole
Odin's-
thing started like I was.
What
over
does
in
Odin say
Dandy,
about
You
gambling?
know, I was making fucking money like a responsible adult, right?
Mhm.
Because you know, with these bets, I would do my research and then I'd fucking make guesstimate more or less. You know, I'm like, okay, this team is gonna win, fucking whatever. So I used those skills into stocks, and it's
Okay,
it's
stocks
not-
is sophisticated gambling.
yes.
Betting on sports, however, is not sophisticated gambling.
Stocks is the same shit. I did stocks, and I actually
Well, at least with stocks, you can use the mathematics of statistics to give yourself an edge. With sports,
Sure. I
there's
mean, it's-
way too much of the human factor that could fuck you over. And like
Right,
I'll
it's
gamble
very
with
very
cards.
instantaneous. Sorry.
Like I'll play roulette, I'll play blackjack, and I'll play
Well,
Texas Hold'em.
roulette has no. That's the.
Roulette is
roulette's
all
the
fucking
luck.
gamble.
Oh, that's
It's
all
100%
chance.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
no.
chance.
But you can make good money betting red or black.
Oh, okay.
What? But
You
it's
say
the same
so.
shit.
It's only
Well,
50-50.
it's 50-50.
No,
That's-
because
that's much
there's
higher odds
that
than
one.
out of
what is it, the
32.
green
however many-
tile?
So the double zero is the lowest but the highest payout.
Yeah.
But if you play red and black, and then you have a higher percentage of having a return versus the table and the house taking your money.
So you're
That's
saying
one of the
red or
reasons
black
why-
is
So
no
you're
number.
a fucking degenerate
Yeah.
too, huh, Dave?
Oh, I've been a degenerate for years. I'll never say that. No.
But a
All Marines
degenerate
are
gambler?
degenerates.
Yeah.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Oh, hi, I didn't know.
I was hoping I always forget you guys use the headphones. I think I did that last time when she was using it.
Yeah. But I do know that in the Edda in the Hemval, it does talk about
Oh yeah.
keeping your wits about you and knowing when to speak and knowing when to listen. And when it comes to times of trial, to only put yourself out if you have the odds in your favor. And with soccer or football, I don't think those odds are ever in your favor, man.
Well,
Technically it's a 50-50 chance, but I don't know. Again, you have all the different types of players. Then you have the chance of the player being paid off because soccer is very,
okay.
very corrupt.
Well-
Same as any professional sport.
This team is notorious.
I was-
They call them the eternal sub champions because, as it turns out, it came to light 2 years ago, thanks to Rona, that the owner was actually paying some of his players to throw the game, the final, because they would go to the final and they'd be the favorites, everything in their favor. So the owner would bet against them and then pay off.
Is he
some of
still the owner?
players. No, he's not the owner anymore. So then with that in mind, and the fact that they went on a 12-game winning streak, and you know when you're gambling, you're like you bet on your when they're on a streak until they lose. But I've been betting small, fucking $10, $20, sometimes $5. You know, nothing big, nothing that'll dent my wallet. You know, so we're good. But this time because of the fucking history behind fucking tonight's game. I'm
Well,
putting everything I have in that account.
I hope you come out ahead, and I hope that their track record of being shitey little shits doesn't come back to kick you in your twig.
Yeah, no shit, right? They just took him for $50, and he's
No, the website took me for $50.
yeah.
Why would you even? Oh, Toby,
No, because I was explaining to this.
just start pushing. Just push. Now the mantra while you're pushing is I will not bet on dumb shit. All right, let's keep going. Let's until it sinks in.
Or maybe save your money and maybe buy your
There's that
own
too.
car or get an
Put your money into a
apartment,
savings account or a CD with a high percent interest rate and don't
guaranteed
touch it for
money
10 years.
accumulation there.
By the time you put $500 into a CD, in 10 years you'll have 600, depending upon what you're able to negotiate for your APR interest.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not
Yeah.
your APR. That's bad interest. Accrued compounded interest.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So-
Dad.
Well,
That
There
was,
you
your,
go.
Dad.
that was your economics corner for the day, ladies
There
and
you
gentlemen.
go. Yep.
Get
buy
your
low, sell high.
CDCs.
Get your take care of your money, watch it grow. Actually, a fun fact: if you buy art,
Fun
It is a-
fact.
yes.
Most of the time
Yeah.
when people say fun fact, it's not a fun fact.
well, this one is.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Yeah.
What were you saying about
Oh
art?
God, I really wanted to say something completely stupid right there, just to be like, oh no, yeah, shit, he was right. But no. So if you buy art, right? If you buy something from an actual artist from a gallery for say $10,000, that is a tax write-off.
Sure.
Say that you're starting a gallery and there's a whole little tax thing you have to do for that. But you can buy that for $10,000, wait 10 years, and then donate it to a museum for $1 million.
Well, what I thought you were going with is you buy a fucking piece of art, right? You hang it on your wall. You make it as part of the
Don't hang
decor
it on.
feng
No,
shui.
you curate a
So-
collection. You have it in a
Right.
humidity-controlled place. That way,
And
there's
then-
no light, there's no dust, there's no humidity
Look,
attacking it.
And then
since
that
we're already,
painting-
look, hey guys,
that
guys,
painting
How did we
will
get
add
down this
value
rabbit
to-
hole?
guys, this is a
will
terrible
add value to your
conversation.
house. Because finances, you're like, let me give you financial advice since you want to throw it all away. I'm like,
All
come
right,
on, I
okay,
made a
let's do
career
one
out of
more.
this.
Let's do one more here because we've got like 5
okay.
minutes before we got to wrap up. I want, since on the same vein, what do y'all think about this new trend with the NFTs? Everybody fucking starting NFTs, non-fungible tokens or some shit like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
cryptocurrency.
No,
No,
physical.
It's
I could take this patch and register it for. And how does this work? How does it work, Frank? I feel like you have more of a grasp.
oh yeah, you register it as a fucking NFT. It's basically a digital baseball card. What it is, like it's the only one that's available, And so then whoever wants it, fucking they'll you'll auction it off. Right? I was gonna say you bet, but I'm like I don't think that's the correct term. But
And so-
basically, yeah, you
So,
auction it off.
But my problem is, so it's basically art, right? Like people are doing it a lot with art, with like CDs, like they're making
That's
a
weird.
certain. It's basically making your own money, like. But yeah, it's really fucking weird. I don't understand how it retains its value. Like
'Cause it's
so,
rare.
so I auction this
It's-
off and I make $50 off it. So this is worth $50 from now on. Like it'll never be sold for less than $50. It
mean,
can
it
only go
could.
up.
Yeah, unless it's auctioned off again, and the starting bid is at $50. And yeah,
So you're relying on basically you're selling your own brand and hoping people want to collect it to create more money to sell it off later.
It makes no. It's just selling art, and they're
How
calling
the
it
fuck
NFTs.
did we get here?
Because
you wanted to give me financial advice, and Tony wanted
Yeah,
to jump
don't
in.
bet on shitty teams that have a
Oh,
history of being corrupt.
Oh,
Yes.
I thought you were wondering how we got to the point where we're now using NFTs in the world. Like
No,
that-
no, no,
that
no,
I
no,
don't
no.
understand. The
This
conversation.
this got out of control fast.
it-
Yeah, I killed a guy with a trident.
gambling, the CDCs to NFTs.
Oh, wow, that's a whole lot of alphabet there.
Coming from a military man, that's saying something.
I know.
All right, guys. Well, this has been another completely inappropriate podcast episode. I think we ran through the gambit here of topics. We had a good time.
I still don't even know what the hell we were talking about.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, you came in late.
I did. I'm sorry.
Your opinions don't matter.
I know. Well, I'm white too, so no one cares.
I do. Now, that's not fair. You know?
No. Tobias
Without
used
you
to be like,
white-
I'm brown. Nobody cares. When we were in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just.
one of Toby's old euphemisms against him. So
What's that?
I was using one of Tobias's old euphemisms against him.
Tobias. It's so funny. I always forget that his name is Tobias because we just call him Frank here.
Frankie.
Frankie. All right, Mr. Tovey, Mr. David, we're going to end this bullshit episode. Remember, you can find us at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com with any comments, questions, concerns, or suggestions of guests for us. Hit us up at CI Podcast on Instagram, completely inapp with 1P on Twitter, which we rarely, if ever, use. I've never
I
checked
tried.
our Twitter.
I
People
really
still
tried.
use Twitter.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I thought that was just for like stalking people. Oh, yeah, that's why Frank uses it. All right, so
No. I only ever see it on Big Bang Theory. So
is that still going on? That show's still going on?
no. I HBO Max.
Yeah, I stopped watching it once. Who the fuck? What? Raj? No. God damn it.
Raj.
Not important. I'm over it. Later, guys. Frank, what do we tell the fucking people?
Be excellent to each
I
other.
mean, the lovely listeners.
Yeah, be excellent to each other.
Hey, Dave, you want to get in a word here?
Well, you guys
Sign
stay safe and shoot straight.
off? Woo, unless you're a little crooked. All right.
Hey, either way.
Be better today than you were yesterday. I think that's what I say. And what's the other
Yeah.
one?
And find your happiness.
Love you guys. Take it easy. Say bye, Frank.
Bye, Frank.
Bye.